Hello, welcome to my tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to differentiate the inverse cosine or inverse cosh of x. And before we get started, I'd just like you to remember a couple of rules, okay? Oh, and please let me know what you think of the color theme. I think it's pretty cool because you see on OneNote, you can just do all these cool different color themes. So yeah, make sure you remember these identities as we're going to be using these whilst solving this problem, okay? So the first one is sine squared x minus cosh squared x is equals to 1, and sine x is half e to the x minus e to the minus x. Cosh x is half e to the x plus e to the minus x. And yeah, we are now ready to get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to shrink this all up and move it to one side just so you can kind of see it throughout. Yeah, you should be able to see it now. And what we're going to do now is we're going to start with the first step. So we're going to say let y equal the inverse cosh of x, okay? Now therefore cosh of y is going to be x, all right? And now what we need to do is we need to differentiate this, and before we differentiate it, we're going to use this identity here. So we're going to use that identity there. So just this one here, and we're going to basically plug it in. So x is going to be 1 over 2 times e, because we're dealing with y now, so it's cosh y, so it's e to the y plus e to the minus y. And now when we differentiate that, so dx dy, they're all times by half, so don't worry about it, just leave the half there. Now differentiating the inside terms, e to the y, ddy e to the y, so if we're differentiating e to the y, we're just going to get e to the y back. And now this time, we have a minus sign right here. So right there we've got a minus sign, and now we're going to move that in front of the e when we differentiate. So we're going to be left with minus e to the minus y. Now what you'll notice here is if we go back to this identity, so that one right there, so that's sine of x is half e to the x minus e to the minus x. And what we're going to do is, because we've got that result here when we differentiated, we now know that the differential of the derivative of cosh x is sine x. So, what is wrong today? Right, so dx by dy is just going to be equals to sine of y. And now what we need to do is we just need to flip that on its head. So that's dy dx is just 1 over sine y. Now using this identity, so the one that I listed above, I said that cosh squared, so in this case it's cosh squared y minus sine squared y is equals to 1. Now if we rearrange things to make sine squared y the subject, we will find that sine squared y is going to be cosh squared y, take away 1. And now obviously we just square root it, so then we can plug it back into here. And then what we do is we've got sine y is going to be the square root of cosh squared y minus 1, okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the power of shrinking now, and I'm going to shrink this all up so it's nice and concise. So we can just fit it into the corner so you guys can see. Yeah, there you go. Now what we're doing is we are saying that dy by dx is equals to 1 over the square root of cosh squared y minus 1, okay? Now hold on a second. We've already got the definition of cosh squared y here, which is just x. And now because this is cosh squared y, now we can just say that dy dx is 1 over the square root of x squared, because cosh y is x, therefore cosh squared y is x squared, and then minus 1. Okay, and that leaves us with our final result as being d dx cosh minus 1 of x equals 1 over the square root of x squared minus 1. And as per usual, we're going to use a power of shrinking. Now we'll bring that there. Now what I'm going to do is, I love doing this, just highlighting things in red that are important. Oh, it just changed to red automatically. That was interesting. But yeah, there you go. So the derivative of cosh to the minus 1 of x is 1 over the square root of x squared minus 1. If you enjoyed that, please do feel free to comment below on what you'd like to see next. If you have any sort of specific requests for any kind of tutorial, sort of like high school, just going into first year of uni kind of thing, like A-levels, or like whatever it is that you want, please let me know, and I'd be more than happy to help out. Thank you for watching. Bye now.